Welcome to Toffee TV. It is my three things from Everton to Rotherham United. One in the FA Cup today at Goodison Park. Not a great performance by Everton, but we won the game and we are in the next round. So the first thing we want to talk about is the attitude of the team. Whether that's the right phrase or not, I don't know, but that's how it seems. You know, too many times I've watched Everton play in these games and we just can't get ourselves to the level that we need. You know, Everton are 4 points off the top of the Premier League at the moment with a game in hand. So, you know, a decent side in the Premier League. And yet, when we play against a team like Rotherham today, who are second to bottom in the Championship, struggling and haven't played that much football lately, you start the first 15 minutes, and the way we started, I thought was quite good. And then we just lose it altogether. And it's so annoying. Is that we just can't seem to sustain any impetus in the game. There's no like pattern of play. We're not cutting through them. And you watch other Premier League teams do that quite comfortably at times, and it just frustrates me the way this always happens. And listen, it might just simply be the players that we have who come in aren't good enough. That might be what it is, but it's just annoying because it's happened so many times. And today we should have been able to put that game to bed in the opening 20 minutes. And then, you know, let the manager get what he wants out of it. And we didn't. We've ended up having to go to extra time before we've won it. And it's just annoying. It's annoying. We've seen it so many times. And I don't know whether it is attitude, whether they think it's going to be easy because we're playing a team in the Championship, whether it's just because Goodison's flat, it's 12 o'clock on a Saturday. I don't know. But it's just that performance doesn't surprise you when you watch it, does it? From Everton. Because you'll have seen it so many times over the years. And it's just it's how the other teams have seemingly a better attitude than we do, still, with no matter who we bring in. Is it simply just because we changed the players? I don't know. It just annoys me. It annoys me sitting there watching that, because it's like Groundhog Day sometimes when you watch it. It's so frustrating. Second thing I want to talk about is Andre Gomes, who's played the full 120 minutes or whatever. It's the longest game ever, by the way, wasn't it? Today. And just... I don't know what's wrong with Andre at the moment. He's just not the same player at all. I mean, there's patches in the game where he does something brilliantly, bounces away from people, and then he hesitates before he'll play it, or he'll turn and play the safe ball. And I don't know what we do to get him to where he needs to be. We spoke about him on the channel. A lot of people, sell him, get rid of him. He's not good, whatever. He's quite clearly a good footballer. We know that, and he's handy to have around. I just don't know what it is, where he is in his Everton career now. Is he someone who we do need to move on? Is he someone who we have to accept is just a squad player now? He'll come in for a couple of games and go back out the team. Or is it simply just the hangover still from the injury? Is he still just not got back to the level he was before the injury in terms of fitness and everything? Because he's not that same player he was in his first year when he came on loan. Not at all. And it's frustrating because we've seen what he can be. And, doesn't weigh in with goals and doesn't get assists. So what do we do with him? That's the question. He's a bit of a conundrum because he is a good footballer, but we've seen to have too many players who are just passengers at times. And I think until they get reduced, Everton won't go to where we all want them to. And the third thing, let's finish on a high, a positive, is it was great to see Luca Digne back in an Everton shirt today. He wasn't, obviously 100%. I don't think he had a great game either. I think he got towards the end, certainly in the second half, he got done a couple of times by Alessandro. Turned him inside out a couple of times, which doesn't normally happen to him. But it was great to just see him back. Obviously, got injured in training in the middle of November, and it looked like a bad one, and it looked like it could be, February, March was the early prognosis on it. And he's back the first week in January, so, it's great to see him back. Hopefully he'll get up to speed fit, as quickly in terms of getting his match sharpness back. Hopefully the time out, that hasn't been prolonged, so therefore the sharpness won't have dropped too much. But we'll go to see him back, because you've seen when we get forward, when he goes forward, particularly in the first half today, at times you've seen what he gives us. And when Ben Godfrey went over on the left, it was a different thing, although Godfrey is good defensively. He's not running beyond people or throwing great crosses in. He turns and has to pass it back. But Digne, can get balls in ahead of people for the likes of Dominic Calvert-Lewin to get on the end of when he's there, or Richarlison or Iwobi if he's on the right, whatever. So it was great to see him back today, and hopefully, like you say, he can get his sharpness back and go back to providing goals for Dom when they're all back in the same team. So that is it. They're my 3 things on today. Let me know what you think. Agree, disagree, just opinions in it. That's it. So subscribe if you haven't. Give the video a thumbs up. If you want more videos, join us on Patreon. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you later.